there, Mrs. Demedio here. Today for lesson 15.4 is on precision. Precision is on being accurate, on your accuracy. Let's take a look at our objective. I can be precise when solving math problems. So you might have already listened to the visual learning video or already the math slides. So let's take a look at some problems together. Let's look at our guided practice. Before we move on to the question, let's take a look at what the girl's saying. Be precise. Carefully consider and use the information you are given to solve problems. So it's very important that we are annotating as we go. Let me get my pen. Here we go. Let's take a look at the first one. Students in Mr. Tesla's class drew pictures of their favorite shapes. Jackie made a polygon with 4 sides. It has 4 right angles, but not all of the shape sides are the same length. So let's go back and see what is important that we should be annotating. So students in Mr. Tesla's class drew pictures of their favorite shapes. Jackie made a polygon with 4 sides. What do you think should we annotate in that sentence? If you thought polygon, you're right. What else? 4 sides, that's right. It has 4 right angles, but not all of the shape sides are the same length. 4 right angles, good. Not all the shape sides are the same length, very good. So it's important to know what information we have to help us figure out what we need to do. Number 1, what math words and numbers are important in this problem? We annotated, so that might be even easier to figure out what is important. So if you're thinking that we should be writing that Jackie's shape is what? That's right, 4-sided. With how many angles? Good. I'm going to abbreviate the word with for right. Is that it, or is there anything else that's important for this problem? If you're also thinking not all the shape sides are the same length, is right too. And I'm running out of room. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says, draw and name the type of polygon Jackie made. So let's go back and look. It has 4 sides, 4 right angles, but not all the shape sides are the same length. So what do you think she drew? If you're saying a rectangle, you're right. Because if you think about it, it has 4 sides, check. 4 right angles, check. But are the shape sides the same? Nope, they're not. Number 3, How can you check to make sure your answer is clear and correct or precise? What can you do? That's right. You can draw different shapes. And think about what you can do when you draw those different shapes. You can check that each one matches. It matches the description. Kind of like what we did with Jackie's. We know that it's a rectangle, but we knew that by looking at the descriptions or the attributes of the polygon. Let's take a look at our independent practice. Students in Mrs. Edison's class designed a mural to show what they have learned about quadrilaterals. Ethan made a shape with opposite sides that are the same length. So let's annotate that together. So students in Mrs. Edison's class designed a mural to show what they have learned about quadrilaterals. They learned about what? Quadrilaterals. Yep, that's important to know. Ethan made a shape with opposite sides. Ethan made a shape with what? Opposite sides. Yep, that's important to know. That are the what? That's right, same length. So we know that the class is learning about quadrilaterals. Ethan made a shape with opposite sides that are the same length. So let's take a look at what number 4 is going to ask us. What math words and numbers are important in this problem? So it's also important to annotate the question as well. Math words and numbers are important. So what did he make? That's right, he made a polygon. With what? With opposite sides. And these opposite sides are what? That's right, same length. Let's take a look at number 5. And if it's all right with you, I'm going to erase a little bit of this so we can read our question. Draw a possible polygon Ethan could have made. Oops, I missed a spot. I'm going to repeat that. Draw a possible polygon Ethan could have made. Is there more than one type of quadrilateral that would correctly match the description? Explain. I'm going to give you a minute to think about that, a couple seconds. So we need to draw a possible polygon that Ethan could have made. And is it asking you if there's more than one type of quadrilateral? So what possible polygons could we have drawn? Let's see if you can think what the answer might be. Okay, so let's first answer the question. Is there more than one type of quadrilateral that will correctly match the description? If you said yes, you are correct. But now we have to explain by our drawing. So if you were saying that a square could be another polygon, you're right. If you're thinking a rectangle would work, you're right. Or a rhombus could work. Or a parallelogram could work. Those are all other possible polygons. But then the question is, why? These quadrilaterals are with opposite equal sides, right? And these all do. And let's do number 6 together, but we're just going to do it out loud. How can you check to make sure your answer is clear and correct? Or, using another fancy word we've learned today, precise. So, how can you check to make sure your answer is clear and correct? By drawing different shapes. That's right. You can check them to make sure they match the description. We know that all of these shapes match the description of a quadrilateral. We know that this drawing that we made of the type of polygon matched the description that Jackie made. So it's important that we are being precise, we're being accurate, exact, clear with our answers. Make sure to go back and check. Make sure you're understanding what you're doing before taking your quick check. Bye, guys.